Hello friends, it's a wonderful bright sunny day outside today and I'm going to show you some easy technique of watercolor and doodling. So I'm ready with my watercolors, water, my round brush, paper and some tissue to wipe off the excess water. So here I'm starting with my first watercolor and doodling. Everything is in place. I'm starting with making circles. Random circles or different colors. Light colors will look much prettier. There's no fixed place. You can make circles anywhere on the paper, no fixed size. There can be some small, some big. Any color would do, but preferably I'm using light, bright colors. It will look very pretty once it's dry, and doodling over it will make it all the more prettier. It's very simple and the final result is very pretty, very beautiful. So just trying to make circles everywhere on the page wherever I get space. It's always fun to do watercolors. Just have to be relaxed. So after making circles, it's dry. Before doodling, it's very important that watercolor is fully dry. There should be no wet patch over it. So I'm just starting with making small flowers with stem, trying to balance the figure, the circle with doodling. It should not be flowers are on one side, and I'm just trying to balance it, making different shapes of flowers and designs on the circles. There are no limitations, no rules to make these things. You just have to use proper colors, be confident in doing these strokes, and just let your mind flow. Any design will look nice on it. Just making very simplified small designs, cute motifs. These are not realistic flowers. Basically let the flowers, let the colors come out like a poetry. It looks natural, it looks very cute and pretty. This can be a very nice, very innovative gift wrapping paper. You can decorate your gift wrapping paper like this. I'm doing small flowers to balance the whole circle. Just making small bunch of flowers. This is a very simplified motif. Just putting small lines and dots makes it very cute. All the patterns, all the motifs on these circles are very simple, and they are just lines and dots placed in some fixed positions. Just two flowers and leaves also look very nice. You can find these motifs on some search engine. You can Google it and you can see these motifs there. We just need to let the watercolor dry and start doing these doodlings. It's fun, it's beautiful, it's very nice. The next watercolor and doodling idea which I'm going to share is super simple and very beautiful. Here I'm just making a big circle. You can use any color, blue, orange, any bright happy color you want of your choice, and let it dry. So here it is. Once it is dry, I'm going to use this Faber-Castell black marker pen. This is the pen I generally use for all my doodling work. So I'm just going to start by making flowers on it. Bunch of flowers, small flowers all scattered here and there. Some thick line, some thin line makes a difference. These flowers are growing in all directions with stem. Just randomly making flowers, trying to fill up the space, and there is no fixed rule about making these flowers. You can make them anywhere. It's natural. It becomes easy when there are no rules. The flowers can go out of the circles, the flowers can be in the circles. Outside the circles makes it look more natural. I'm just making flowers, and last I'll draw the stems because stems will overlap the flowers. So basically first I'll finish with my flowers and then bring the stems down, not overlapping the flowers. It is so simple and so fast, and I really love this blue color. It's done. The next one is one of my favorite. I am using watercolor papers. I'm just using two colors, and this is the light blue color, trying to make a flower and just adding the second shade of it. There's the darker one in the inner side. Making confident brush strokes, trying to define the flower in this pattern. The final work will be done with doodling. The darker color, I'm just trying to throw it from the inner side, which goes outer side, and it spreads, which look very natural, and it looks very beautiful. No hard edges, all soft colors, soft edges. Just with two colors I'm making this, and I'll final finish will be done with doodling once it is dry. So this is how it looks after it gets dry. And now with my pen I will start doodling, making confident strokes, defining the petals, and just letting it flow, keeping the natural beauty of it. Just making lines, giving it a shape, a dimension, trying to cover the border, and some small lines, dots. It automatically flows out when you do this. Do surely try. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the watercolor should be dry. Rest all is done. Just small lines, some big, some thick, some thin. Basically I'm trying to cover the edges. Placing some dots here and there, some small lines to balance the whole figure. Within few lines the whole flower is done. You should never overdo it. This is a small bud. Just give it a shape, cover its border with doodling, make some small lines, put some dots here and there, and that's enough. That's more than enough. Finally, I'll make the stem. Bring it a little thick. That's it, it is done. I'm not adding any leaves to it. This is how it looks. This is my last watercolor and doodling idea I'm sharing with you. Basically, this is an experiment. I have not done this before, and I wanted to view a flowers from the window, how it would look. I'm using paper tapes which will easily come out from the paper afterwards. I have also used some blue, and with my usual marker, once it is dry, I'm not going to take off the tape. I'll start doodling over it, over the tape, making random leaves, all shapes of leaves, all sizes, and try to fill the gaps. So making some leaves with bunch of leaves basically. Wanted to show how it would look from the window. So these are some small leaves, trying to fill up gaps here and there. Nothing is planned. This is an experiment. Everything is, I'm drawing it as it comes. The whole concept of using watercolor is to use fresh and bright colors. The characteristics of watercolors it looks translucent, almost transparent, I would say. That's the beauty. So keeping that in mind, I'm doing all these experiments which I'm showing you in the video. I've started with some flowers, making some leaves, more leaves and flowers. Just trying to fill up the gaps with leaves and flowers, small flowers. There are big leaves. My flowers are very simple motifs, circulars, all spiral and coil. There should not be any gap left here and there. Finally done with the design. No big gaps are left here and there. I'll remove the tapes gently. And now these are my final results. These are the blue flowers which I love so much. These are the first one which I made, small simplified motifs. And that's the simple blue circle with few flowers here and there. Do subscribe my channel if you like it. Stay safe, stay connected.